Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching Your Shorts, a show where once a week I recommend 5 shorts so scary you'll yours. Hope you guys are all staying sane, safe, and healthy. I know I am.
Play with me, YouTube, forever and ever.
Maybe not too sane. I'm so sorry about that. That was so stupid. Hey, since we all have the extra time, why don't you turn the lights off, turn the volume up, and let's watch some horror movies. And don't forget to check the description down below. Not only is there a link to all of our short films, but there is a link to each of the short films that I'm going to be talking about in today's episode. And with that being said, hold on to your butts. Here comes the first short. Our first short is called Monster by Neil Stevens. This is a fun short that gets messed up pretty quickly. Not in the like, oops, I messed up, but in like, that's messed up kind of way. I love the atmosphere that the filmmakers were able to create with this one. There were a couple technical elements that I wish they were able to, cut around. I understand that they couldn't. I mean, if you've ever made a film, you know how incredibly difficult it is to get everything right. So I gotta cut them some slack for that one. It's funny, the whole thing kind of reminded me of a sequel to... You know what? Scratch that. That is a huge spoiler, so never mind. Go watch it for yourself, you'll find out. On to our next short. This short film is called The Coroner by Jordan Hudex. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. We've all had it happen to us. We wake up in the middle of the night, the lights are off, and we see some sort of shape in the room. Usually, it's just a pile of dirty clothes or something. Usually. I gotta say, this one got me at a certain point. Hopefully it'll get you too. This is one of the many shorts on YouTube that prove you don't need a huge budget if you're creative and you got that gumption. So please, show that short your love, go check it out. Our next film on the list is called Mulberry Night by The Bug Pen. I want you to promise me, right now, cross your fingers and promise, and say, I will watch this short alone at night with the lights off. I loved this short film. Loved it. In my opinion, everything was perfect. The cinematography, the acting, the sound, the location, the scares. Like, there is one, I literally went, you will definitely be checking around each and every corner after watching this. The next short film I want to recommend is called Sandman by Super Freak Media. This is a great ditty of a short film, the perfect thing to watch right before going to bed. At first, I found this to be a lot like most of the short horror films you see on YouTube. You know, person alone in a room, in the dark, scary shit starts happening. Now, I am in no way knocking short films that do that. In fact, our last short film was essentially that exact plot. The Sandman creature was fantastic, I thought. Very simple, but effective. So go check it out. Let's move on to our next one. The last short on today's episode is a short called Peephole by Jash Pictures. This one is so wacky. Please go watch it. I am so glad I stumbled onto this gem of a short film. It's genuinely eerie and super creative. If you look at the credits, there was only a 3-person crew on this, unless you count post-production, because there was a whole other person involved in that. The filmmakers used some old school techniques that aren't usually used in horror, except for some classic 80s films, like I know The Gate had a lot of it, where they use stop motion animation, but in a very strange way. It adds this really cool feel to it. I do wish that the film was a tad bit longer and that they had gone with a different ending, but you know, who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a brilliant ending and I just, Comment down below, tell me what you think. All right, that does it for this week. Please check the description down below for links to these short films. These artists put their blood, sweat, and tears into these projects, and I think that no matter what, they should be seen and appreciated. If you have a short film that you want to see recommended on the show, put it down in the comments below. I'll be sure to check it out. Remember, stay sane, safe, healthy, look out behind you, lock your doors. I'll see you next week.